Ladies and gentlemen, today we're very honored to have with us Mr. Nikolaos Theophanous, the Honorary Consul of Cyprus in San Francisco. Mr. Theophanous was appointed last summer by the President of the Republic of Cyprus, Mr. Glafkos Kliridis. He replaced the late Dr. Anastasios Simonidis. As you recall, our beloved Dr. Anastasios Simonidis was a good friend of the program. He was appearing very often and he was fighting for the cause of Cyprus and the resolution of the Cyprus problem. But we're very happy to see that Mr. Theophanous, who has been a very, very active member here in the community, is taking his place. Mr. Theophanous was born in Cyprus, educated in Greece, and he got his master's degree in 1980 from Stanford University as a structural engineer. He lives in Lafayette with his wife and 3 children, and we're very happy to have him here today with us. Mr. Theophanous, welcome to the program, and we're glad that you had the time to come and talk to us a little bit about Cyprus. What has been happening with the Cyprus problem? What's new?
Well, first, please allow me, Mr. Karavanos, to thank you indeed for the invitation to communicate with your viewers. And also, please allow me, since this is my first opportunity to address the Homogenia from your program, to thank His Eminence Metropolitan Anthony, the Consul General of Greece, the presidents of the miscellaneous associations of the Bay Area, the president of Dynamis, the president of Ilios, the president of UHES, and all the Homogenia for their faith in me and the support they gave me in performing the duties of Consul of Cyprus in the Bay Area. The year 2002 is very critical for Cyprus. At the end of the year, Cyprus will complete the negotiations with the EU for accession to the EU. The accession to the EU has motivated Turkey and the Turkish Cypriot leader to come back to negotiations for finding a solution of the problem.
We have noticed in the press and even on the television, on CNN, pictures from those meetings. It looks like the American press is giving a little more emphasis on that. And it looks like from the Turkish Cypriot side, there is now a little more motivation to sit and on the table and discuss. Why do you think that they're a little more motivated now? What's happening?
The 2 leaders, first of all, met last year, at the end of last year. Mr. Dekhtash indicated that he's interested to talk from the heart with the president of Cyprus, Mr. Kliridis. Mr. Kliridis responded immediately. The 2 leaders, they met before the end of the year 2 or 3 times socially. And at the beginning of this year, they agreed to meet 3 times a week. And they set up a deadline of June to find a framework for solution of the Cyprus problem. They met the entire January and the beginning of February. They interrupted their talks for the celebration of Bayram, and they began again in March discussing the issues of the Cyprus problems. Indeed, both communities, there is hope. We're optimistic. We want to be optimistic. We want to find a solution of the Cyprus problem.
Talking about the solution, what is, in your opinion, the best case scenario? What is the best case scenario, and what is the worst case scenario, and what is the time deadline that you think something will happen?
The aim of the government of Cyprus, the European Union, is for a single entity in Cyprus, a united Cyprus. We aim for the return of the refugees. We aim for the end of the occupation. We aim for reuniting both communities, actually all the communities of Cyprus. We aim for a structure that will be able to work within the EU. We aim for freedom of movement, freedom of repatriation, freedom of buying properties, and all these values that they are respected in EU and all the European countries. The framework, as has been said recently by the European Commissioner for Enlargement, Mr. Gunther Verheugen, who recently visited Cyprus on March 8th, is by the end of the year, Europe prefers to see Cyprus united. However, the solution of the Cyprus problem is not a precondition for Cyprus to be in the EU. This is a very important statement coming from the EU, a message to Turkey that they cannot use delay tactics in the Cyprus problem to delay the entrance of the Cyprus to the EU. The government of Cyprus is negotiating in good faith, ready to reunite both peoples of Cyprus in the EU structure, which will be benefit not only for this Greek community, but especially for the Turkish Cypriot community, who is economically behind, very behind.
There has been a very, very long struggle for 28 years now.
Indeed.
Since the invasion.
Indeed.
But it sounds like there is finally a little light at the end of the tunnel.
Well, many observers, the foreign minister of Cyprus, expressed reserved optimism. The EU has taken these active steps of encouraging and making clear statements to the Turkish side that the solution of the problem of Cyprus is not a precondition. That is, they're making clear that this is a time for Turkey and the Turkish Cypriot leadership to rethink, and a big opportunity to have a united Cyprus in the EU.
Great. We appreciate that you are giving us the opportunity to get this update. And we would like to invite you again, perhaps in July, at the anniversary of the invasion. Greek TV usually shows a program that relates to that anniversary. So maybe we can get another update, and hopefully we're going to have some news that would be more pleasant, and we'll be able to discuss it then. Closing, I would like to ask you a little bit about the Cypriot community here in Northern California. Can you tell us a little bit?
Well, we have a small Cypriot community in the Bay Area. It's dispersed in a number of cities. Most of the Cypriot community lives around Oakland. Small numbers of the Cypriot community lives in San Francisco. Indeed, the Cypriot community started in San Francisco with the rest of the Greek community in the 1920s. The numbers are small, but they are all active in their communities, and I'm very proud of them.
Mr. Theophanous, thank you for taking the time to be with us. We appreciate this opportunity.
Thank you very much.
And we're going to have you with us soon again, I hope.
Thank you very much.